think the mob, you think criminal organizations, you don't think television.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, lay it on me.
So who came up with the idea of making a show about the wives of something that's supposed to be hush hush?
You mean like the tattoo?
Like that.
My sister.
That's crazy.
My sister.
Yeah.
Your sister came up with the idea for the
my
show?
father was in jail. My sister Jennifer said, I got a great idea for a show. It was supposed to be scripted. But the more she saw it, she was like, it's in my face. So she asked me if I had any friends. She took Drita and Karen, those are her friends, and she needed another girl. I said, Carla. I go, but what about me? She goes, no, maybe you could do wardrobe. I was like, but Jenna, I'm born for this. She's like, no. And it wasn't until the day before the meeting that we had at VH1 did she say I was included. I knew it was a hit from the second she spoke on it. I knew it. Everybody wants to know about the mob, but we're not telling on nobody.
Right.
However, my dad didn't talk to me for 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, that was like horrible.
Was it just you or
No, me and her. And there were certain restaurants we weren't welcome in anymore. Meanwhile, Joe Valachi was the one that snitched, but we're not telling on nobody. We're speaking of our own experience. Now, my father, that's mine. I could talk about my father. The other person, I wouldn't claim him, but I could still talk about him.
Did he know when y'all was creating the show?
No. With a mob, we kept it quiet. Listen, this man, I'll never forget walking into a visiting room and he was like, get the out. And I was just like, he's like, don't ever speak to me. Wow. I was like, what did I do? And I was actually I died on an operating table. I lost 6.3 pints of blood while trying to get ass in a flat stomach because everybody telling me I wasn't pretty, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. So I listened to those voices. I died on the operating table, 6.3 pints of blood, MRSA through my whole body, in the hospital. I've read my last rites twice. I'm vancomycin resistant, so they couldn't get the fever and the infection gone. And my father had called the hospital, and my mom answered, and the priest got on the phone and said, say goodbye to your daughter. And my father said, she got you bullshit too. And the priest said, your daughter's dying. And my father got on the phone. He said, I love you. Don't ever talk about nothing. And I handed my mother the phone back. And then maybe like a year and a half after that, he started to talk to me. But my father's never seen the show. He's never seen anything I've ever done, even outside of Mobwives.
Not the books?
Oh, God, no. Definitely not the erotic novel. No, definitely not.
On the Run with Grandma? You didn't say
he loves Grandma and Me on the Run. Yeah. Of course, the Meat Cleaver. But any television I've ever done, no. I did WeTV Marriage Boot Camp, and the person that came on with me got really, really drunk and very handsy, and he used the N-word. And he got cracked on television. And I'm not proud to say it, but I'm really happy I did it. I don't look at anybody differently. And growing up, I thought everybody was different. Religion, race, I didn't understand. But now that I know, nobody's better than me and I'm not better than nobody else. Yeah. So all this talk and all this nonsense that we see every day, it really makes me angry on the inside because love is love. Yeah. Love is love. If I love you, if you're purple, I love you. Like, I wait for those spaceships. I can't wait for them to come down. I want me a green man now. I'm waiting, I grew up ignorantly. My son isn't ignorant. My grandchildren will never be ignorant. And I'm just very grateful that I still have a voice, that people still are interested in me and, the things that I do. And I don't threaten people as much as I used to. And I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, normally, like, you're going in the trunk type of, like, that mob talk would always come out of my mouth. Things have changed. I have to grow. I had to go in order to grow. I had to leave where I was in order to grow. And now that I'm growing, like, I see branches and there's, leaves here and there, and maybe there'll be a flower.
Flower eventually.
Absolutely, but I'm me. And I don't mean to offend no one, and I don't mean to be so abrasive at times, but I just want this. It's not a fairy tale. I want a family.
Were the restaurants the only backlash to the show? I remember having to cover Jersey Shore because there was this huge backlash happening where the Italian American community was mad at the show because they were saying they were making a mockery of their culture. They were making a mockery of their people. And I can kind of see where somebody might draw that same parallel to what you guys were doing, maybe.
Yeah, the mob felt some type of way, probably because we were representing the mob better than they were. You know, I mean, you saw women going harder than you've seen men go hard. Women catching bids. Like, we weren't playing. Like, there's nothing scripted. I wish to God I could tell people that, especially season 4 Vegas, I was scripted. I wish. I wish to God. I always say, the only thing fake about me is my nose. And, you know, it just, it played out the way it was supposed to play out. It most definitely opened up so many doors. I had so many opportunities after Mobwives. I went on to do television for another 4 years, being the only one, you know. And it's not just my crazy, you know, crazy Renee. It's, I stand for what I believe in.
Any celebrities ever reached out to you to get on Mobwives?
So there was going to be a Mobwives reboot when my sister had, it was still her show. Yeah. But she recently sold it. So, ball's up in the air.
Did you turn down the reboot, right?
No, there is no reboot as of now. I didn't turn it down. I don't turn down money. Unless it's coming from the devil. I could pass on that. Because I would never sacrifice my mental health under no circumstance. I can't. I'll die.
Right.
That's the truth. I'll die. Because it's personal to me. It's my real life.
Right.
You know, that I can't separate. Relationship and business and this and that and friendship, maybe. But that, never.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.